change it to fit our wrong. I don't get that. Rachel, you got to answer that one. Why do people? You got people that are out there that are in a position right there. God has ordained them basically to give us this knowledge, and then people be like, no, they're wrong because Tyrone said, right? Come on,
Not
man.
Tyrone. Not Tyrone.
Tyrone said. Tyrone,
no, you ain't got to call Tyrone.
Tyrone ain't got a house to stay in. Erica kicked him out last week. You know what I'm saying?
She did.
He kicked him out last week. So what are you talking about, Tyrone? Anyway, man, every Thursday, that's what we talk about it Thursday. We just talk about stuff that just so not mine. And we get some ideas and views that are expressed, especially today, because I went in a little bit different, okay? But I had to explain to everyone the rules for cuffing season, right? Just like there's a Christmas season, a holiday season there, Thanksgiving season, groundhog season, groundhog season. Anyway, there's a cuffing season as well. But we're all for that, okay? Because it is time, all right? You guys got to get ready because Thursday is our last day doing the show for the week. But before we go, we want to make sure that you guys are ready to face the world, ready to be ready to be ready. I didn't lose my thought. I just wanted to say ready. I like the word. I didn't lose my thought though. But you want to be ready to face anything that's going on, and that's why we got the CEO. She's coming with the CEO nuggets. Everybody, we got Rachel Gary here. What's up, Rachel?
Hello, inductees. How are you?
Yeah, man.
Thank you. I have the pleasure every Thursday with you guys. I'm always so excited when Thursday's coming around.
It is our pleasure to have you. Actually, it's a blessing. It is a blessing. Bruce said those are nuggets, but she made them into ninja stars. Okay, watch that word.
I know that's right.
Ninja.
Watch that word ninja. We talked about that yesterday. That's pretty close. It's pretty close.
Ninja.
Yeah, it's pretty close, man. Come to the neighborhood. You get shot for that one. Steve said hello, Rachel. So Rachel, I don't know if you heard what we were talking about earlier.
Hi, Steve.
Felice, it's a time and season for everything. That's right, Felice. But we were talking about speaking.
Absolutely.
To be heard and not to be understood. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. I want to say this a little bit before we get into that.
Yeah.
When people are really talking, I gotta say it. When people are talking just to talk and not to help other people understand some greatness, man, I say don't waste your breath. Keep those breaths for the end because you're gonna need them. So hold on to that. Hold on to that information. If you don't have anything that's gonna better someone else, sometimes you just don't have to say something none at all. Spend a lot of time wasting people's time. I try my best not to waste anyone's time when they're talking with me.
Right. It's useless. And I'm like, God. I'll sit back and be like, damn, shut up. I'm like, come on, man. Listen sometimes.
Let me add a question on top of that. Rachel.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see that a lot in with business owners or people that's trying to, like in sales, especially people trying to sell you something where they're just talking to talk, just to talk?
You that I see a lot, Jada. But what I really realize is that sometimes people are talking because they don't know what to say. So I use myself for instance. Someone asked me, why was my first book only 135 pages? Because I am very concise with information. I don't need 200 pages to explain something I can explain in 135 and you get the point and you're moving on with your life. Sometimes short and sweet is the way to get to someone.
Right.
Because I got a question. Why did you guys stop doing a 2-hour show?
Too long.
We were tired.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was too long. And in an hour, each of you guys have your opportunity to get that piece of information out and boom, right back into your everyday lives. And that is sometimes when you make information concise, it's easier to be digested. So I've noticed that people have long-winded conversations when they don't know how to just be concise and just get to the point. And it was one of the first things my grandfather taught me about business. He said, you want to be clear and concise. And he said, you want to tell the truth. He said, so yeah. I live my life. It's very few things my grandfather and I spoke about. He was a very closed guy, but he was, when it came to that, he was, be clear, be concise, tell the truth. Your business will always flourish.
I agree with that. I agree that. Hey, Bruce said when you're talking, you're simply repeating what you already know. But when you listen, you might get to learn something new. That's facts. What up, Tyler Penn? What's going on, Tyler?
Yes.
That's truth, Rachel. And again, some of the viewers probably heard you. They probably listened, but they didn't hear you. You know what I mean? But that's
because they hear, Greg, you have to be open. You have to be open to hear. We have our ears, but 9 times out of 10, we're not listening to understand a situation. We're listening to talk. So we're listening. We're only listening because we have to listen to a situation, as opposed to listening to understand, to hear, to learn, to grow and develop.
Yeah, it's hard. But how do you get people to? I don't want to say it rudely, but there's only one way to say it. How do you get people to shut the hell up?
Tell them shut up. I would say, for me, I usually don't have that problem. Bruce will tell you he's probably the most long-winded person that I talk to. When him and I talk, because he wants to explain and break it down. So what I tell Bruce is, I like, Bruce, give me the short version. I just say, give me the shorter version. And he'll be like, okay. And then he'll go to shorter version. What is it that you want me to know? Because sometimes I'll get lost in those words. If we're talking about something that I know that he can answer really quickly, I'm like, okay, are we just utilizing these big words because you understand them? Because sometimes people use a big words or a lot of words because they want to feel more important.
Like they
educated.
Come on, man.
Educated. Yeah.
And Rachel, you can tell when they're trying to do that. You can tell because they don't normally say these words, okay? And it's like the baptismal pool and the Pepto-Bismol pool are the same thing. It's
not the.
I listen to.
Sometimes the dictionary, like you used the word a few moments ago, abhor, and that is. I'm one of these people like I told you guys, my grandmother was big on if I used the word that she felt was a curse word, because sometimes they weren't technical curse words, but she felt that I was not articulating correctly. So she grabbed the dictionary, and abhor is like the 6th word down. How do I know? I've read it several hundred times, but it goes to now. Greg, he said it simply. He used that word. Now, for me, that could open up your mind to what does that mean?
Yes, right. I get
now that's a difference than him going abhor, and then going when you have an art bar, you use the AA, then you abhor all of the situation, and then that is when you're trying to come off in a way where you have an ultimate intelligence. And to me, intelligence is knowing your crowd, knowing who you're talking to, and speaking to them in a way that they understand. That's intelligence.
I bet you some people. Some people probably say, who is he calling a whore?
Stop it.
What?
Come on, Jesus. It just amazes me sometimes, and the only reason I brought it up, Rachel, because it happened today, and I'm sitting here, I'm listening to this person, I'm truly listening, and it was time for, there was a pause, time for me to, say what I had to say, and as soon as I got 3 words out, no, see, you're not hearing what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, go right ahead, and I did this. And I'm saying, you through? You got something to say? I'm like, absolutely not. Because you're not going to understand anyway now, because you have your mindset one way. How do you break, Rachel? How do you break that mindset?
I'll say this. It's one of the hardest mindsets to break. When someone believes that they know and that what you're saying is incorrect. What I've learned, and this is something I practice in my everyday life, everybody is right. We're not going to understand what I mean, but every single person is right. Let me tell you how. Because you're right from your perspective, and I'm right from my perspective. And when I do that, I don't argue a point. Like today, I'm going to use, for instance, today, I have in one of my rentals, I have tenants who didn't pay their rent. And they're stating the reason why they don't want to pay their rent is because a light fixture was broken, and they want a microwave with a fan on it because the heat from the stove is not circulating throughout the when they cook.
Oh, okay.
So me and my property manager, I said we're going to come over there together and look at our repairs. So tomorrow when I come there, tomorrow's the 6th. I'm coming with a 5-day notice. Now I'm going to address anything that they said is a problem, but their rent is due on the 1st.
Right.
So him and I are out there talking, and he said, "You didn't even get upset when they sent a text." I said, "Because there's no need to be mad. They are right from their perspective. Now, will I get them to understand my perspective? Probably not. But will I still hand them that 5-day notice when I go over there tomorrow? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. You got to go.
Because what you're talking about is not a health or safety issue. And two of the things you're talking about, you had never told me before today. But so if there were things going wrong, well, she's like, well, he half did this. Okay, when were you going to send a text like you were sending any other text explaining it? Yeah. So for me, I'm not going to argue. She's right. She has a problem. I get you. But I do understand if you tell me about something and we do not address it, as a tenant, your right is to get it fixed and hand me a bill. That is your right as a tenant. If I do not address something that you give me in a timely manner, your next step is to get it repaired, hand me a bill, and say this is coming out the rent. That is the way to handle it. You can't handle it that way.
Yeah.
I have a property manager that comes over there 3 or 4 times. But at the end of the day, the whole point is that I don't get upset. That's why I don't argue. We're not going to argue about anything.
Yeah, it's not necessary, but I'm kind of thrown off because this person says, I'm not going to pay your rent because of this and that and this and that. I'd have been like, cool, don't pay the rent. You can go right now. But legally, you got to give them a time period. So I understand that.
Right, but on the state token, but Greg, but there's no need even. I'm not even going to address it. I didn't address it I told her that we'll be over there to do a walkthrough tomorrow, myself as well as my property manager, and we're going to walk through. But the 5-day notice comes with me because if it's not paid by midnight today, you are late.
Yeah. Do you charge extra fees?
And what a lot of tenants don't understand is by law, you have to pay your rent. No, if you live in there, it doesn't matter how horrible the place is. You have to pay your rent. That's law. You do have a right to move out of a place that is deplorable or unlivable, but you have to pay your rent. And they think because, this is broken, you didn't fix this, that, and the other, I can withhold the rent. Legally, they can't.
Right.
So I'm gonna tell you now. This happened to me. I was renting a house, and I used it as a studio for a certain amount of time for my son. And people broke in. They broke in once, called the landlady, let her know what was up. She came out, fixed the windows. They broke in again. She came out, put these little bitty bars to the window. That wasn't nothing. She came back. They came back, and I just said I had enough. And I called her and I told her, I said, well, look, I know, I'm under a lease, but you know, my safety is threatened here. They keep breaking in. Everything that you're doing is not working, and I get the fact that I'm in a lease, but it's not safe for me here. She said, I understand. I said, so it's okay if I leave. She said, yeah, I totally understand, and you know, I'm sorry this happened. Blah 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 blah. Why did I get sued for the rest of the term of the lease?
Yep.
Now,
Yeah, that's how it goes.
I mean, to be honest, and I mean, Gina is a landlord like I'm one, and I will say it this way: I understand the situation of it being broken into, but it is not under my control what other people are doing outside of the apartment itself.
Yeah,
I think that that's the part that people are lose sight of. My job is to make sure that your place is safe and healthy and safe. Certain things are not even part of you having to fix right this moment. But to me, as being a good landlord, when the issues first happened, I gave them something off of their rent last month because I felt that, okay, we were trying to repair it. It didn't get repaired within the month. Okay, let's give them something off their rent. I like to be a good person, and I like to do people the way I would want to be done. However, what I believe at this point is the young ladies took the fact that I did that the first month, and I'm going to continue doing it when little things are going on. I will not.
Yeah, man, those people took the water out of my refrigerator.
It goes to the being a CEO when you're clear. I'm clear on what the laws are for Chicago. I'm crystal clear. But empower. I empower every single tenant that if you are not getting your health and safety needs met, that you get that taken care of and take it out the rent. That is a law in most cities, in most states.
Now,
you can fix a problem, but it goes to having that clear and that understanding.
Yeah.
And where you guys were talking earlier, where you were talking about arguing and being upset for days, and I had something I wanted to lend to that. I don't get upset for longer than a minute. But I also will cut someone out of my life who wants to continue bringing drama.
Exactly.
I am that person, and I'm not mad. There'll be no. I'm not upset. I'm not holding a grudge. For me, I live a very drama-free life. That's what keeps me positive. It's what keeps me energetic. It what allows me to be who I am, and I don't allow outside things to interrupt my peace.
Now, y'all would have loved me. Y'all would have loved me as a tenant, because me and Marianne, when we got together, we were builders. So what we would do is, stuff that we wanted, we just build it. Didn't tell the landlord. If we wanted to paint, we painted. I remember we put a whole bathroom downstairs in one of the places we stayed in Indianapolis. And we told her, she said, just take it off the rent.
Because that's what most landlords will do. Because sometimes you might not have so like my property manager might not be able to fix it the way that it needs to be fixed, and you might have somebody who's going to do it the right way. All right, go ahead, let them do that. Take that out the rent. That's a mutual understanding.
The worst I had was I tried to call a landlord in the middle. We had just came back from Gary. We were staying in Indianapolis then, and we just came back from Gary, and it was like 20 below zero. It was cold. It was cold. It snowed and everything. Pulled up in the driveway, and we go through the back door. The snow and everything. It snow so much to where the snow is frozen on top. You can walk on top of it. And we got in the house, and I kept hearing something. Just a pipe had busted, and it was under the house. The house had a walk-on back porch. And under the back porch is where the pipe came in. I had to crawl under that house, earth and dirt, cold as I don't know what, and get up under that and fix that pipe. Because she didn't have nobody who could do it.
Thanks for the sound effects, Mo. We appreciate that, man.
But
they were effective.
And what did she get? Did she give you something off, Mo?
Yeah, she took care of us.
Oh, well, see, y'all just gave everybody out that's listening, because I'm gonna
Well,
pay
not
my
really,
I'm
not
gonna pay my
really,
bill.
because see, I'm different from them. They
I'm gonna
can't
pay
do any
my bill.
repairs in my property unless they get approval first, because you will find people who will do a shoddy job, and
Well,
the work that they did is worse than what you would have done,
you didn't have to
or
worry
it's
about
not up
that.
to it's not up to my standards.
This is
know
what
that's
she
right.
did.
Anything
This is what she-
that has to be done in any of my properties, they have to get permission from me first before they do anything.
This is what she did. She started getting really wise to it. We was renting the house down the street from her. Then she bought a house 3 or 4 doors down, which was nice. It was a 4-story home. And then she offered it to us for rent, but she asked for some slick equity on that one. And I had put in a furnace, painted, put in another bathroom. Shoot, we did a bunch of work. Me and Marianne did a bunch of work on it. Wallpaper, drywall. It was a bunch of stuff we did on that. And didn't have to pay rent for like 3 months.
Wow.
It's written in my lease that they have to get approval. Most of the tenants I've had, I wouldn't even let them fix anything on the house. I've had a few that were handy and they can fix things. I do have tenants right now that I lowered the rent because they do all the repairs in the house. So I just lowered the rent a couple of $100, and they, in the contract, I put that any repairs you have to fix it.
So do you have
for the most part, I don't. I'll get somebody over there to do it.
Do you have grass cutting in y'all's leases? Do y'all cut the
My
grass?
tenants have to take care of their own grass.
Oh, no.
Yes.
But she's renting houses out. That's different. That is different. That is a difference.
Yep.
Apartments.
Yeah. No, these are houses. They have to care for the grass themselves.
Yeah, because like
there is one change though that we made this year with the Gary Sanitary District sending out those notices with liens on your property. Now we have incorporated the sewage in the rent now, whereas before the tenants had to pay for their water and sewage. Now we put the sewage in there because they got this thing going on here that if the tenant leaves a bill, the landlord is responsible, and they would have put a lien on your property if the tenant leaves a bill. And it's such a big mess. It's just so ridiculous that, you know, I just decided I'm just going to put the sanitation bill in the rent, so I don't have to worry about that again, because I had to pay almost $3,000 for other people's bills.
I think you better call Tyrone.
You know what, Gina? That's something similar to what I did. I added insurance into mine. So to make sure that the tenant has insurance, I make sure that it's part of their rent.
There you go.
Yeah,
there's provisions that you have to make as a landlord, because you have to protect yourself. You have to make sure that you're not stuck with other people's bills. You have to make sure that your cost is covered, because it's a lot to, you have a huge cost as a landlord, and people think that you just, unless you're a slumlord, you just getting money. But just like Rachel and I are just alike. If my tenant calls and say, hey, a water pipe burst, I'm getting somebody over there ASAP.
We
you know what I'm saying? Or
this is the CEO nuggets. All right, we talking about real estate. I get it.
Right.
We went into that.
We're dropping the nuggets that will help people find success in your real estate, and even as a tenant. Because at the end of the day, I just say this: I always want to give knowledge that helps people find success. And when you're renting out your properties and having the information of understanding what needs to go in your lease and what you need to have provisions for, it will help you and save you in the long run.
That's a good cover, Rachel. Okay, but we talking about the CEO nugget. No, I'm joking.
That's CEO nuggets right there.
It is.
That's CEO nuggets.
Hey, Bruce said, I once had a tenant complain the apartment was haunted. I said, yeah, that's called the mortgage.
Stop it, Bruce. He another Byron.
I know, right? Hey, Rachel.
Yes, sir.
June the 15th is coming up. Tell them about it.
Oh my goodness, guys. Hold on. Where's my book? Babe, hand me my book. Guess what? hashtag poverty to six figures is in the building. I have actually gotten my copies, and anyone who, if you can't make the, let's first, we're not go. The event is June 15th in Beverly in the Chicago area. This event right now, I just signed another speaker who is going to be bringing wealth tips. Wow. Guys, this is not an event where we're just talking about a book. This is more than a book launch. This is a movement of moving the poverty mindset to a mindset of wealth and growth. So currently I have Shay from Higher Levels. She will be speaking on holistic health, because without health, there's no wealth. I have Karen Olinsky, who will be talking about loan products if you're looking to purchase homes. I have Yolanda Jeffries, who is going to be graciously. She is the owner of Lux Life Realty. She is a loan officer. She also works with developments in 3 different states. At the end of the day, guys, we're not just having a conversation about the poverty mindset. We're going to come with the resources that help you find success. So be in the room June 15th at 3 p.m. If you're a VIP out there that has not gotten your tickets left yet, what you waiting for? You get, the event is free for you. All you're paying for is your book. And if you read Forged in Fire, that was a precursor to hashtag poverty to six figures, because we're building generational wealth. Step 1 is chapter 1. Step 2 is chapter 2. But guess what? That's not it. There's also going to be a secret $1 million plan in the room. How ready are you for your success? How much are you willing to step into your greatness? This is the room to be in if you're looking to step that way.
June the 15th, everybody. Y'all heard her. You want to go from $1 to 6 figures. Let's go. Let's get it.
So if anybody is online right now and you saw my post on Facebook, if you saw my post, we're giving away 1 ticket. Now, this ticket was bought, is being sponsored by Distinguished Authors Guild, where your literary excellence is celebrated.
Wow.
I know it's already after June 1st. You couldn't get on this year's roster. However, be ready for next year. Get your literary art, your art ready so you can celebrate your excellence. So if anyone saw my post and you're in the chat, how many books did I write? Whoever has that right answer, the ticket is yours.
Ooh, get that free ticket. Get that free ticket. How you do that? How you do that? How you do that?
Look, how do you do this? How do you do that? And then Mo got all of this going on. I mean, Mo be up there in the grocery store trying to ask him for something, and they be thinking he's throwing up gang signs.
Right? Mo over there.
I want 3 of those. I want 3. Just 3.
Right,
I want 3 of those. Give me 3 of those right there. Oh Lord, it's the print. Oh Lord. My Jesus.
Wait a minute. Rachel has something else coming up soon, right, Rachel? Are you in the Motown Fest?
I'm not. As of yet, someone just told me about it. So it's a possibility.
Okay.
It's definitely a possibility. It's definitely on my radar. Someone just sent me the flyer and asked me, am I in the room or not? I said, whoa. I love when people throw that back at me, because that means that they're watching and listening. I appreciate it. No, Steve.
We wouldn't even give you the answer, Steve. We're not giving you the answer, Steve.
Hey, Mo.
Wait. He's a part-time dope living, TV host. So I mean, how he gonna try to win?
Hey, Mo.
Yeah.
Show him in fingers. Show him how many books you wrote. That's 2. Hey, Rachel.
Okay.
We love to have. Go ahead.
So now, you guys, we'll say this: You have a whole week to figure out how many books I wrote. So next week is the final week right before the event, where I'll be on Dope Living TV right here on Thursdays, dropping CEO nuggets. So next week, let's drop in the chat the first one that is right between 7:30 and 7:45. The ticket is yours.
Wow.
Okay, they give you time to research.
Hey, Rachel,
After and do your research.
We always have a good moment when you're on the show, and we appreciate you coming through every Thursday.
Yes.
It's at 7:30. It's the CEO. Oh, I'm leading up to that. It's the CEO Nuggets every Thursday. So, Rachel, do your thing.
Every CEO out there who's looking for success, the success is in you. And until next week, right here on Dope Living TV with the National Black Radio Hall of Fame inductees, you guys need to be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You, CEO. See you next week, right here.
I love it. I love it. What you got, Mo?
Man, as usual, my sister, come with the energy, come with the fire. I need to talk to you after this too. I got something for you.
All right, thank you.
Man, you all need to be in that room on June 15th. This is just a little bit of what she gives. This is just a little itsy bitsy bit. On June 15th, you're gonna see a whole lot more. I'm telling you, if you're looking for the finance, how do I start this business? This is the place to be so that you can get that information and take it and use it. I mean, she coming with everything, the financial part and the tips. You can't go wrong with that. So get your tickets. She only got one ticket now, so don't wait until Thursday and try to get a ticket. Get your ticket now.
I hope I'm on the VIP list. I hope I can.
You're always on the VIP, but make sure that you click that link too.
Gotta click the link still.
Click the link.
Gotta still click the link. I don't get no love. But
ultimate love.
We're gonna be giving away $10,000 at that place on June the 15th. 10,000, so y'all come through and get in where you fit in. Mo coming, he gonna have that 10,000 in his pocket, ready to give away.
He came from behind that mic for that one.
Mo. This is
Mo
the second time you got thrown out there, man.
Mo coming up there in the caddy.
Y'all, we put me up under the bus.
I love that caddy, boy. Mo coming up there in the caddy. He coming.
Yeah, boy.
And don't forget, everybody.
Great that mug, man.
Distinguished Authors Guild is November the 7th instead of the 8th. So y'all come and support that, all right? Gina, there's a guy, his name is Jeffrey Creel. Rachel, this guy, he wants to write a book. He wants, because he got a story to tell. He needs some help.
Let's have it.
He needs some help. So I already told him, we're going to help him get his book done. He'll be ready for the next Distinguished Authors Guild, not this one, but the next one. So, hey, man, if you guys got books, make sure that you haven't acted on. You got ambassadors out there, too. Rachel's an ambassador for the Distinguished Authors Guild to help you out, all right? But I don't know, because this time next year, Rachel going to be untouchable. She probably won't even be on Thursday, so she'll be doing Thursdays.
I will still be on Thursdays. If you guys don't see me on Thursdays, Greg kicked me off right into the show. Bring Rachel back, because that means he kicked me off.
I would never. No negativity towards my sister, y'all. No negativity.
We'll be sitting up here talking about, you remember Rachel?
Yeah.
No, stop it.
She like a billionaire, Oprah billionaire now. she ain't even spoke to her brother. I said, what's going on, Rachel? Usually she say, hey, what's going on, Moby? She say anything. Now she won't say nothing. Oh, this Negro. Oh.
Greg, my bank is bigger than your bank.
Oh my God.
Well, no, Rachel, we appreciate you. We love you. We want everybody there.
We are just. It's all just.
We want everybody to come through June the 15th, man. Make sure you guys go so you can get those CEO nuggets, the extended version, all right, on that day, all right? Thank you, Rachel, for coming through.
Thank you.
Yes.
It is our weekend, man. So, hey, We get ready to go do something, pina coladas or you know, anything. We get ready to do it.
Bye-bye.
We get ready to do it, all right? But this is Tina.
Happy anniversary.
I almost
Thank you.
I almost ended the stream again without playing the ending. That's me. I'm finding it now.
Play
Okay.
the ending,
Anyway,
bro. Play the ending.
I got it. This is Dope Living TV Live, man. We'll see you guys on Monday. All right. Peace. Damn.
There you
I pressed
go.
twice. There we go.